AI models, would you pick that?
Yeah.
So you're aligning with what we did. High five.
Right. I also remember 15 years
Dude,
ago when
what
this
is
started.
wrong with you?
Okay,
Guys,
I get
something
the
is
statement
very
first.
wrong with David Baszucki, and I think I know what it is.
That's
If
a
you don't know who
statement.
David
That's a
Baszucki is,
statement.
I got you. In addition to being
I feel like
a
everybody
quote-unquote
knows who David
doppelganger, he is also the
Baszucki is.
billionaire
now.
co-founder and
Oh.
CEO of Roblox. He's
Wait,
also
David
a
Baszucki has $1
brilliant
billion?
public speaker, as evidenced by this 2018 speech here.
Roblox is a platform where people do things together in user-created 3D spaces.
So descriptive. Well done. Now that you know who he is, let me tell you what he's done lately. He's been on sort of a media blitz over the last year with increasingly defensive and out-of-touch interviews with every media organization you can imagine. It started here in March when confronted with parents who were worried about their children being on Roblox. He simply said, "My first message is, if you're not comfortable, don't let your kids on Roblox." Now, if you saw my previous video on the AI age verification and what it's going to do to communication on Roblox, this line particularly stands out. Asked to describe Roblox in 3 words, he replies, "The future of communication." If you watch my video, the future of communication apparently is silence. Also, that's 4 words.
You stupid.
Fast forward to August, and he did another interview where he revealed that Roblox reportedly plans to introduce a dating feature for ID-verified users aged 21 and older, allowing them to go on virtual dates that could lead to real-life connections.
This is a kid's app, by the way.
He's talked about it before at the 2023 RDC, and it freaked everybody out. Now, 2 years later, again with the AI ID verification, 21 and older is actually an age group on that. And we'll get back to that with the most recent podcast. I feel like this video should have way more views than it does. 180K is not enough. People really need to see who the CEO of Roblox is and why we need a new one. I'm going to jump through this interview because it is 38 minutes long and find the juiciest bits. But I suggest all of you guys watch it. I'll put a link to it in the description. Most of this interview is about child safety and how countries and states are suing and banning Roblox left and right, and what the company is actually doing to address those concerns. And, well, apparently it got tense.
David Baszucki, welcome to Hard Fork.
It is great to be here. Thank you.
All right, he looks excited.
You have joined us today to talk about this new age
I like
gaming
Hard Fork.
policy
Hard
that
Fork
Roblox
is
is
a
rolling out to protect kids. And I think we should start by just talking about the scope of the problem here. What has led you to this point, and how do you think of the problem of predators on Roblox?
We think of it not necessarily just as a problem, but an opportunity as well.
So I think this is actually, I can't even believe that the interview started there. That was the first quote. I mean, he's been on for about 20 seconds and he's already made one of the worst gaffes I could imagine. And this goes back to what I was saying before with the 21 plus. They've used that as a category with the AI ID verification. And this is what he's saying here is like, yeah, well, we know we have them on our platform. We know we have them. Let's separate everyone by ages and then we can start selling dating on Roblox. We can turn predators into a monetization opportunity. I know he did say that it is a problem. He did say it's a problem. He acknowledged that it is a problem, but also an opportunity to make more money. Dude, out of touch, completely.
That's right up David Baszucki's alley.
We allow young people to build, communicate, and hang out together. How do we build the future of communication?
Yeah, and there that is again,
Don't
the
think the
future of
updates will be
communication.
having that.
We've been, I think,
struggling to understand exactly how many of your users are which ages. Like, my impression from the outside
He's
as
gonna
a
say, I
non-active user of
guarantee you,
Roblox
he's
is
gonna
that
say
a
they're
lot of
older
kids who are
than
9,
they really
10,
are.
11, 12 are on the app. What is sort of the most popular age band?
I guarantee you he's going to say, you're going to be surprised.
This is really interesting.
Yep,
and
I knew it.
I think this goes to what we've been saying for a while in that maybe for the last 5 to 10 years, people look at Roblox and say, well, these are kind of these primitive games and everyone on the platform is pretty young.
Yes, they are.
We've seen that migrate over the last 5
No,
years
you haven't.
from predominantly under 13
Yeah, I didn't think neither
to
was
now, I believe
No,
we
you have not.
recently said self-reported almost 2/3 over 13.
So right there again,
Self-reported?
Self-reported. I'll tell you right now, parents tell their kids not to
magical
give
word
out
that
any
David
personal
Baszucki
information on
loves.
YouTube. Do you think that they're going to report their actual age, their actual birthday? My birthday on Roblox isn't even the correct one. And this happens all over the internet. In fact, my biggest demographic here on YouTube is women aged 35 to 44. Yeah.
We can see those numbers growing and growing. Like fastest growing segments on Roblox are 21 and up. Right now.
And just one more thing with that, actually, that I just thought of. When we see these huge player counts and see these games like Steal a Brain Rot and Grow a Garden blowing up as they are, a ton of the players are actually bots. Bot farms, collecting items, getting things like pets in Grow a Garden or Brain Rots and Steal a Brain Rot so that they can go onto eBay and actually sell these things. So we're talking about tens or even hundreds of bots under a single user's control. Of course, they're going to put that they're 21 plus.
They just set it up and they ship it to the game,
so
and it gets a bunch of brain
can actually skew those numbers
unstealable.
They're self-reported.
Fastest growing segments on Roblox are 21 and up right now.
Or at least people who say they're 21.
Exactly.
Now, I think those numbers have a fair amount of current efficacy. We're obviously balancing those with the age estimation because we want
people don't lie. Are you kidding me?
But just looking at the size of the
Yeah,
cohorts and the
nobody
growth
lies.
rates, there's a fair amount of
All they're
accuracy
gonna do
to
is
that.
How confident are you that your systems can avoid that
Alright,
kind
21
of?
I think
plus.
we have a lot of
Ooh, you jumped on him
opportunity
there.
here
21
in
plus
that
now.
we
What are you talking
already
about
have other
opportunity again?
signals
What do you mean?
that
What are
are
you
maybe not as
about the other
reliable, but when
signals?
combined are very reliable. We also have the opportunity. This isn't just a one-time
I think
thing.
someone actually like
Roblox,
coached him to say opportunity a
experiences
lot.
You're holding a phone. In many cases, we can
These are so many
use signals from your
opportunities.
phone as
Excuse
a
me?
camera to
There's so
animate
many
your face,
opportunities
for
for you,
example.
yeah.
So this isn't kind of a one-stop shop thing.
So
This
wait.
is
Are you
possibly checking
One-stop
as
shop.
we go? If we see weird signals, do another age check.
wait? And I don't know what he's hinting at there, but like it makes it seem like he's hinting at if you're playing Roblox on your phone, they might randomly just turn on your camera and take a picture of you to see if you're really you. That sounds like a
I think sometimes
violation of
playing
privacy,
Roblox
man. I don't like the
naked on the
idea
toilet,
of
bro.
kids
I don't
being
want somebody to take a
surveilled
picture of
by
me when I'm butt
Roblox
naked
on
on
their
the
phones.
toilet.
When I read these lawsuits and these investigations into the company, it does not seem like predators are having that hard of a time getting around
Yes,
the filters.
thank
Like,
you.
You know, you read the allegations, and it's people kind of change a few keywords,
Characters,
a few letters
yep.
here.
And they get them off platform, and then.
So I'm curious,
I
what has
would-
made you so confident?
Yeah, I
that
don't
these
want
are
to
working?
comment. I don't want to comment
don't
on
talk
it.
over
We
him.
do see the chat logs of those, and we can see interesting and many times
Interesting?
ways of people trying to.
Is that an opportunity?
I'd say many times people who are fairly sophisticated. I'm not going to say all of them. Many times kids who are over 13 who are actually in any other app
They're
are
innovative.
not
They can-
running in a filtered situation.
Obviously.
Unfortunately, figuring out how to jump to some other
It's so
platform
easy.
where they can communicate unfiltered, where they can share images, all of it. It's one of the primary things we're doing is trying to keep people on our platform.
Yeah, you know why? Because the longer they're on your platform, the more money you make.
You mentioned sort of kids leaving the platform, and it does become
Uh-huh.
clear in
Yep,
these lawsuits that Roblox is kind of, where predators go to find kids, but then they
Well,
do
I would
try
just,
to.
I would say in the lawsuit or the press,
Yeah.
yes, I would categorically reject the actual
You
description
really
of
gotta
what
start
you
cutting
say.
them off.
But yes, what you
Really?
might
That's
read in
rude.
the news would
Who's
portray
walking
it that
behind
way.
it, bro?
That's
I
literally
think
what
we have
happened.
A
This is
problem with predators on the platform.
I think
What?
we're doing an incredible
This is-
job at innovating
But you're
relative
not.
to the
This is
number
what
of people on
Schlepp's
our platform and the
whole
hours
channel is about.
in really leaning into
but
the
you're
future of
not.
how this is going to
Leaning.
work.
This is-
So let me ask
That's
you a question about
Schlepp's
the
channel, bro.
platforms there, because I agree with you
I
that
think
this
he's still
is
making
not a story
videos.
about one company. Like what we see is predators will come to a place like Roblox, then they try to
Yes.
get a child somewhere else. Like
Off.
Discord is a platform that kind of comes up a lot.
You get it. He
Seems
gets
to me
it.
like you could probably stop a lot of abuse if you prevented those platform shifts from happening. So like what can you do in that regard?
Right.
Like, in my
And I
mind,
don't
if
know what you
see
can
somebody
do.
Last year, activist fund and short seller Hindenburg Research came out with a report
Oh, this
arguing,
is crazy.
among other things,
Yeah.
the Roblox was, quote, compromising child
This is
safety
an interesting
in order
response
to report
here.
growth to investors.
Yep.
One of the things they pointed to was that there had been a decline in your spending on trust and safety. You have denied that. Why? What did they have wrong?
So
That's true.
fun. Let's keep going down this. And so first off, Hindenburg's no longer in existence, correct? So you should report
Bro.
on that.
Dude, what are you doing?
They went out of business. For
Who
some reason.
cares?
The other thing is, have you
Bro.
researched that information?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
he's so
Nobody cares if they
smart.
went out of
You're
business.
asking me about
That's
this.
still
I'm
a
curious
fact,
if you've
dude.
done your own research.
Just look at that face. He knows that there are problems here. The smugness, the whataboutism, and
He's
turning
like-
the question back on the interviewers because he can't answer the question and refuses to answer the question. This is not
They
someone
can't
who's
figure
in
out.
charge of a multi-billion-dollar company.
I have done some research
There
about.
you go.
And what's your take on that?
Well, I'm asking you.
Exactly.
So this is really interesting because the I think we're diving into a situation
Yeah.
where we're
So you're
getting
gonna answer the question, right?
better. But would you ask the same situation of someone who converted from maybe hyper manual labor,
What are you
making
talking
cars
about?
by hand,
There's
to
been
an
a speed
assembly
run
line?
that's
The
faster
assembly
than
line
him
He's
might
talking about
be
AI.
saying
infinitely
that
better
it's
and
talking about
and
AI.
not have so many people.
Right? Come on,
So
say it.
I
Say it.
think what they're referring to is moving more and more and
They're
more
referring to
to
less
AI.
spending. I knew it. I told you he was going to say AI.
So just so I have the clear response, the argument is
Okay.
that
So his
the shift
response
has been
is
from
shift
a
to
more
AI
manual
costs less
safety
than manual
team and
moderators.
system to a more
Yeah.
automated review process that may do a better job, even if it costs less to
I
operate.
guess that's
because-
kind of
Yeah, I
how
would
he
actually
answered it.
lean in
Yeah.
harder. The shift would be
I hate that.
constantly moving to higher quality, more accurate, and more diligent
Well,
systems. Can
I
we
mean-
review more? Can we do more better? And
Yeah,
say,
that would be-
say you and
I
I
have no
were
clue what I'm
assistant, what is
doing.
the
I'm
best
just
way
like watching this and
to review every
commentating.
single
That's really what I'm
image
doing.
going into Roblox
I'm
at
not
higher
talking
and
about.
higher
I'm
quality?
reacting.
More
And say
moderators.
we figured out the best way to do that
Say we
is
did.
to do it
Okay.
with better and better AI models. Would you pick that?
Spend maybe that
if
$5
it
million
better,
So you're
you
aligning
have,
with what we did.
and
High five.
here's little
Oh my
Timmy.
But
God.
I've also
Did you
been
just
covering
high-five?
Hired,
Thank you
hired,
for
hired,
supporting.
hired.
Thank you for supporting
But
the
I- what do you-
Roblox decision matrix.
I also remember
I'm so glad
15
we're
years
al-
ago
I'm so
when
glad you guys are aligned with the way we won Roblox.
Right. I
High
also
five.
remember 15 years
Dude,
ago when
what
Mark
is
Zuckerberg
wrong
was
with you?
saying-
Is this a stealth interview where actually you love everything we're doing and you're here to stealthily support it?
We were told you wanted to come in and talk about your new age gating technology, so we,
Yeah.
we thought we'd get
I-
into
You
it.
let me just-
scheduled
let me
the
just-
interview, bro.
I totally buy what you're
Dude.
saying about using the best technology on the market to keep people safe.
And I want to highlight, I came here because I love your podcast and came to talk about
Yeah.
everything. So
Yeah.
if our
Stop
PR people
interrupting
said, let's talk
him.
about age gating for an hour,
Oh,
I'm
okay.
up for it. But I love
No,
your
you're
I
not.
thought I came here to talk about everything.
Got it.
Oh yeah, we're going
Oh,
to talk about
okay.
steal a brain rot too. That's
Yeah.
that's part of
It's a
my
fun
plan
one.
here too. But
Yeah,
just
no,
to finish
let's-
the thought,
let's just not.
would you ever put a prediction market inside
Oh, yeah, this.
Roblox? Like let
This
kids
is
bet
okay,
with
and
their
this is the
No,
crux
I'm not
Robux
talking
of
about
everything.
silver and not.
say
Right
I
here.
bet he's
This
gonna
is
steal
why
a
he
Chung
makes
Chung
the
Chung
decisions he
Sahur.
makes.
Or I bet he's not going to dress to impress.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
would, I think we would have to do that once again. I'll share some of the complexities.
Yes.
Every single
Like,
country in
Nanny
the
Doc.
world
You can't
has
even get the
different
I'm laughing.
legislation
Like-
around loot boxes and kid gambling.
Yeah.
And so we would have to be. It
They-
sounds
as
very
they
fun
should.
and obvious. Like I
That's-
love
Oh,
that.
to be
and-
clear, I think this is a
No,
horrible
it's-
idea.
exactly.
I was just interested
Bro.
if you were thinking about it.
And he's
I
like,
actually think
he's
it's a
into it.
brilliant idea if it can be done in an educational way that's legal.
Yeah. And the reason he says that because he's talking about prediction markets, which are basically
Giving
gambling on the
educational thing,
outcome of
giving
anything. And in
educational
this case,
thing
they were comparing it
about
to
Roblox.
outcomes of certain Roblox
It's
games.
still a
The
brain.
reason that he supports
that's
it and thinks it's a
learning
brilliant
how to
idea
say
is because that would mean people are
letters.
betting Robux on certain
And go
outcomes.
guarding?
And you know who makes money off of
crank
Robux? David Bazuki. Most of his
That's
net
the
worth is
only
tied up
games
in
normally
Roblox
kids
stock.
play.
The stock goes up, so does his bank account.
And then they get
And
Wayne
this
Water.
is
They get
why
Wayne
I
Water
think
with
that
6'7".
he is so out of
Tung Tung
touch,
Tung so hard. It
completely
was quick
blinded
fast. It was
by
steak.
his wealth, and sees
was K-Wiz,
everything as
Overform.
an opportunity, even predators, as long as he thinks he can figure out a way to make
Money,
off
money,
it.
money,
I think
money,
most
money,
of his
money,
ideas
money.
are absolutely terrible. As someone who's been on Roblox for over a decade now, I almost don't recognize this man.
Yes.
I'm not sure what broke in his brain over the last year, but Roblox needs new leadership now. And with Roblox stock down over 25% in the past month,
Me.
I think a lot of people agree with me.
Mm. Mm. Yeah, so back to the point where you said we need a new manager for Roblox. So what if we have somebody that, like, they fire David Baszucki, they hire a new manager, the manager doesn't care about the app, they still have the update, but then make it to where the app's not fun anymore. So now I gotta jump back to step one. Step one is they're going to want David Baszucki back. Step two again, people, or after 10 years, they're gonna hate David Baszucki again. And then this chamber of lines are just gonna keep repeating and repeating and repeating. Eventually the stocks go boop. All the games gone. Roblox gone. Nobody's talking about it. 5 new games come up. New popular hit. Where's Roblox? It's gone. Because nobody cares about it. We've gone over the situation so many times. People just keep hating and hating and hating and hating, and they wait for another popular game to pop up. Then that game attracts more people to come, and then a year goes by, and guess what? Just like every other game, it gets boring, and the player count drops, and then they have to wait for another popular game to come, and then that attracts more people. You see what I mean? Like, Roblox is just replying, or not even replying, or relying on Stillbrain Rot and Grow a Garden for its money right now. But then as soon as